So really gotten comfortable with the Walgreens photo book software. I've probably done 10 different versions of this, and I think it's pretty good. I found a book that'll accommodate our 82 pages, and it's reasonable in price. It's 8.5 by 11 with a nice hard cover with a photo on the front and the back. So I'll just go ahead and run it here. So, okay, introduction and the forward. The obituary is 2 pages. It can give you some nice backgrounds. The Women's History Month from the Community Foundation made some of the edits that Ted had recommended here. A lot of what I did was to try to build some better consistency and the way things look. Going through the school stuff here. So what I figured out how to do is to fairly easily take this source text, put it into editing software, and then pull it into the Walgreens album, and then pull it into the photo book. So I've been able to change fonts and upload. I've been able to alter the images, make the pages all line up. I just love this one of Willis, and then you can see this says the writing and talks about the $35 that he needed to escape the lynching. And this is one where it had been the page before, talking with Liz, was in italics. Liz's part of the conversation was in italics, but on this page it had gone back to regular. So I was able to redo that, and so that the Liz's quotes are italicized. It only took me a day I've been working on this 8 hours a day for the last 3 days, because I really felt like I was close. So tonight I'm not going to stay up till 2:30 in the morning. Well, I talked to the James Pharmacy. I left a message for the chef at Cocotte, and he called me back and we had a nice conversation. He said that they do gelato from May to like October. That Phil Angelini owns the building, and he had a restaurant that didn't make it through COVID. So Cocotte started up 2 years ago, and they're doing very well. And so the Paul Angelini runs the bed and breakfast, the bed part, and Cocotte does the breakfast part. Anyway, so I did update this to talk about the bed and breakfast and Cocotte. Lots of fun memories. Miss James, a collage. Some of these pictures came from the James Pharmacy bed and breakfast page. There's a video that's Liz narrating the story of Miss James, and so I included the URL because I think while it's not clickable, it's something that people would be able to type in if they wanted to. And actually, I think I'm going to do a tiny URL conversion and then do all of the multimedia stuff on a separate sheet, maybe put it on we'll say historical. Oh yeah, here's one it's a bit.ly, which is another URL shortening service, but I think you have to pay to use that. So I use tinyURL when I was working with the libraries, and that's a really easy way to put up nice short URLs. So, move through really well, like over here. I've been able to isolate like one section and then cut it out and then paste it back in, so it then becomes a separate item on the page, and then I can manipulate the size and the placement. So that's been a nice thing. It really helped. And the story about this is from that webinar that Liz did. And she told the story about Katharine Hepburn getting bus money from Miss James to go to an audition. And, I think that's maybe the best story in this whole thing. I just think that was outstanding. And I love listening to Liz tell all these stories. Yeah, now we got in. These were all neat things put up by people in the writers group and some other friends. The things from the community foundation are just brilliant. Okay, I see. I need to make a little adjustment here, but this is where you can go in and hear that the tribute that was done back in March by typing in this URL and clicking on featured shows. So, I think it adds something to have some of those multimedia things available if people want them. I still wish we were doing a slideshow, but I know the memory book is what I'm focused on. But I think I think the issue is how we're going to get the book to you guys. Walgreens, they said they'd give me a $360 credit on the first 12 books that were ordered from Walgreens, and I see that there's a Walgreens in Westbrook. So maybe there's some way we can work this out. But in the meantime, that's the back page, and I really think that this Zoom session was such an extraordinarily moving event, and we got lots of good stories from it, and we got to know each other better. So, I have a good memory of the session where we were remembering Liz, and that meant a lot to me to talk to all of you. Okay, well, I'm gonna end this. Okay, so this is me saying, oh, there's the camera. This is me saying good night.